Hi, how y'all doing? Today is January the 14th, 2025. Still stuck in December. Weird. Um, Schuman today is at 16. It snowed all night, and it's still snowing off and on. We got a foot, maybe more, right? My son went out and shoveled the step and the path earlier, so I'm glad for that. I did it yesterday when it was heavy, right? And went to the store finally, right? I figured I had to get out, so I did. I went and got gas and stuff like that. So yesterday was the full moon, and there was a comet. What we've been told is a comet, right? I think it's a spaceship called Atlas that was going to the sun, right? So I got my curiosity up, and I wanted to know more. And I said to my son, because he hasn't been working because of the weather and everything, right? Because he has to travel around the lakes, and it's just not a good idea. Not a lot of plowing goes on. So I said, have you ever heard of Atlas? And he goes, yeah. I said, who is he? Who is he? He says he's a Titan. I was like, oh, okay, right? So I started researching into it because the Planet Potentiary Judge, Mark Kishan and Christopher, said that the Titans are back, bitches. So that I added that in, right? To the Olympians, to the powers that were here, right? Controlling us. And so I never quite understood what that meant. And then when I was doing my research yesterday and today, learning about the Titans, right? Gaia and Ether, right? Had babies, and they were called the Titans, right? They spell Gaia wrong too, eh? It's G-A-E-A, not G-A-I-A. So, yeah. Anyway, or I guess they call them by very many names. I think it's Uranus too, right? It was the father. So anyways, they had babies, and a bunch of them, and one was Atlas. Atlas was the leader once some of the kids were bad, right? And didn't like their dad, and chopped off his penis, castrated him, and took over, aka Zeus, right? And you know how the story goes. Whatever gods didn't fall in line with him, he stole their magic abilities, their tech, right? And banished them or made them do bad jobs, not nice jobs, like Atlas, holding up the world, the heaven and the earth on his shoulder, right? So, yeah. And then when I was doing my research looking about it, I found a bunch of old paintings that were in the Vatican, 6th century, and they're all melanated people, aka black, right? This is another more proof that they whitewashed history all the way back to the Mesopotamia era, right? The beginning, as far back as we could go so far. So yeah, so I'm thinking, I don't know how it works. If they're Anunnaki or what, right? I have to do more research or listen to somebody who's done some research so I can get some codes. But yeah, I found that weird that Atlas, they named a comet, right? Atlas. So, and he was heading for the sun. I think it was a spaceship. And there's something about the gods too They can transform themselves into anything. An object, an animal, fungus, mushroom, tree, a human, the opposite sex, whatever they want, right? So, strange. So much to learn. I've learned so much in the last 4 years, right, than I have most of my life, I think. So I'm still learning about them. Atlas. And the Titans. From what I see, a bunch of bad kids took over. The good kids all got kicked out, kind of thing. So, but the sun's a portal, so why would they be shooting towards the portal? Oh, that's right. They play it in reverse. So he's coming out of the portal. Right? NASA fucks with us. Right? So it's coming out of the portal. And they put it as going in. So the Titans are back. And he was the leader of the Titans that fought against Zeus. Right? Until he was tricked by Hercules. And killed by Hercules. Went around killing all the gods. AKA gods, right? That's what they were called. To me, I don't know. Yeah, I don't have any gods. My mother was my god. Right? She was. She gave me life. She created me. So yeah. How did you sleep last night during this full moon? Was it emotional for you? It wasn't for me. Right? I laughed at it. I watched this short on YouTube. It's Freddy Reacts. Right? And he did one last night, and I found it funny, so I laughed before I went to bed. And then it took me a couple of hours. I was very uncomfortable. Right? It took me about 2 hours to fall asleep, tossing and turning. And then I wake up in the rise, in the middle of the night, the right side of my back started aching. Felt like somebody took a bat to it. Right? My whole side, on my torso, right? And then I wake up and I see that there was a major earthquake around the Pacific. Japan, Russia, just the whole Pacific kind of thing around the outside of it, right? Different places got hit, and tsunami warnings, you know? So, yeah, I think we're having earthquake symptoms. I'm having earthquake symptoms again, right? Last night it was hard to sleep. I was tossing and turning and waking up several times, right? And I was trying to force myself to get some sleep, but I got up shortly after 7 anyway. But yeah, that's about it for me for the symptoms, right? It's very, very icky, uncomfortable. But I'm not going anywhere because there's a lot of snow out there. And yeah, I don't need to. I went shopping yesterday. The source, how moves me like that, I guess. Made me go out and buy food, come back, so I don't have to go out and deal in the snow. I just don't trust people from the city driving here in the snow because they're not used to it, right? And we have a lot of new people that left the city and moved up here. So yeah, that's a good thing. I was sitting there last night too in my chair, watching TV, seeing the disasters from the fires and the earthquakes and the floods and everything. And I was happy. I was blissful. And I was like, this is a weird feeling, you know? The world's getting destroyed around me. And I don't care. I'm at peace. Right? Other people would think that I was macabre or whatever. But when you know the truth, and you're a good person, why should it concern you? Why worry and live in fear? Right? Especially when 3/4 of the population are not real. right? Big Mama's moving people off the earth. I've been saying that for a year or two now, right? All of it. All of it. Don't put your energy into it. Don't put your emotion into it. Just let them go. Okay? If they're real, mankind, they'll come back. They'll be incarnated, right? Into a better life, because we're going into the golden age. Well, we're in the golden age. This one has to fizzle out. We have to finally just stop the friggin' snake from squirming. Its head already been cut off. Its tail's already been cut off. It's just some nerves popping now. You know what I mean? But yeah. Hercules killed all the killed a lot of dragons too, right? Who were the Titans' friends. I think the Titans were the good guys. And the Olympians were the bad guys. That's why they celebrate them in Hollywood, on the TV, in the movies, right? Yeah, that's right. Alright. I don't think there's anything else left to talk about. I wonder if you felt it. The earthquake. Did you sleep well? Or are you having icky sensations today? Right? Put in my comments. I'd like to know. I would. Alright, like I said, I'm just going to have an easy day. I'm not doing anything. I don't want my back to get worse or turn into something else, right? Because I've been feeling my back's been really good for the last couple of months. And my ribs. So this was a shocker. When I woke up and I was so sore, swollen. Let's just think about how the earth feels. Being cracked open, right? A volcano exploded too somewhere. I just can't remember where now. So yeah, if that was happening to you, I think you'd feel pretty icky too, right? And me being so sensitive, I feel it. So yeah. Alright, that's enough for today. I love you all's consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye.